Well, here I am stepping out the car into the parking lot and Kuilei Place offices. Okay, now listen to the reggae music now. You hear that? You check? So anyway, Kuilei's Place right here. Here's the office. So let's go in and see who we are going to see. All right, walking in through the door.
Hey,
Oh,
Mark.
and here's Ben.
Come on in.
All right, well, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
All right. So we're here at the office of Kuilei Place, and our good friend Ben here is gonna show us around a little
Hey,
bit.
Mark. Thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing your clients. So this is Kuilei Place right here. It consists of two different buildings, essentially, the 43-story tower and the 12-story mid-rise. So if you're looking at this from the front, the units that light up here, these are all going to be affordable offerings under the HHFDC's 201H affordable housing program. So down here in the mid-rise, you got a mix of 1 and 2 bedroom units. Up here, you've got 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units in the tower. This is Kapiolani Boulevard right here. You got an entrance and an exit down there. If you're coming around here, this is where the entrance to the lobby will be, right down here. All the amenities are going to be on the ground floor, wrapping around the entire building. We got a awesome dog park here, 2 of them, with obstacles, places for dogs to play. The dog park flushes itself at night and cleans it out. You've got a big pool, club rooms, 2 gyms. You've got 2 different playgrounds. Now these are going to be the affordable offerings on the Diamond Head side. You've got these 1-bedroom units here up to floor 17 and here up to floor 16. And then you've got 2 full stacks of 2-bedroom offerings. These are going to be your premier 2-bedroom Diamond Head view, but still under that HHFDC 201H affordable housing program. You got fitness lawns. You got a 1/4-mile track that goes all the way around the property. It's going to have fitness stations along it. You got an outdoor fitness area, a big great lawn to kick a soccer ball. You've got 5 different club rooms on this lower level that go out to the pool. They're going to have different themes, like a movie room, good for hosting dinner parties. Up top, you've got 2 club rooms on the very top floor, on the 43rd floor. One of those is going to have a really nice karaoke room in it as well. So they took 2 of the best units and they gave it back to the owners. So 7 club rooms in general. On this ground floor, you've got laundry. You have a 12-story. If you're on floors 1 through 12, you're going to park on the floor that you live. So you got a speed ramp here that brings people up. So if you need to grab your charger out of your car, or bringing Costco groceries in, you don't have to go into the elevator for almost 30% of the building. That's the case. So this is really the way the setup is. You got the 3 bedrooms that are going to be on the ends here. So this is a stack of affordable unit 3 bedrooms, and then over here you've got these 3 bedrooms that are going to be the market units. So those are going to be your 3 bedrooms on the wings. On each floor of the tower, you have 3 1-bedrooms, and then you have the remainder 2 bedrooms, except for those 4 3-bedrooms per floor. And then Mark, let me show you this about the kitchen too. Whenever you get one of these units, the great thing is, even if you get a smaller 1-bedroom in the mid-rise building or in the large tower, you're still going to get all the fixings in terms of your choice of color palettes. You can choose between this white and black kind of modern scheme, or this blue and oak kind of ocean themed scheme. And these have all been picked out, hand-picked by our interior design team, Phil Potts Interiors. So this is an example over here of what the 2 bedrooms will have. Based on what I said, do you want me to touch on the SAE?
Yeah, actually the appreciation equity. That's
Cool.
run over. Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. So let me just go through this real quick because I think this is one of the most important things for people to know. So this would be the formula. So if you have, pardon me, let me go back. So if you bought a home for $500,000 in an HHFDC program property, and then the home was appraised at $600,000 when you want to pay off this shared equity that's going to go back to the HHFDC so they can continue to fund more programs, well, they're going to do an appraisal. They'll say, okay, so you paid $500, it was appraised at $600, and when you move into a property, you'll know the amount of SAE, your percentage that you'll owe and you'll have to pay back. In this instance, it was 17%. So if the appraised value is $600,000, you have $100,000 in equity when you want to pay it off. 17% of SAE, you would pay 17. Oh, sorry about that. So 100,000 in equity, 600K appraised value. In this instance, let's say you paid 500K, it was 800,000 when it appraised, so you have 300,000 in appreciation, but you have that 17%. Well, you would pay 51,000, which is that 17%. But instead of looking at it like, oh, I have to pay 51,000, you gain 249,000. So you get the remainder of the equity. In this instance, 17% goes back to the HHFDC because that was the discount you were given originally. But the entirety, the remainder of that appreciation goes to you. So this is what we're explaining, and this is one of the big things that helps fund more programs, leaves homeowners with money in their pocket to step up to the next property, and really makes this feasible for the local population.
So the program is helping individuals to become homeowners.
Exactly.
And at 249 that you gain in 10 years, think about it. How long would it take you to save that 249? And you've been able to build that equity, make 249 just by doing what you normally do. Live in a house, sleep in a house, but instead of paying a landlord, you're paying to increase your equity.
And then one more thing that I'll mention about that, so you have to pay this shared equity off at some point in time. You can pay it off as soon as 6 months after you move into the place. Why would someone want to do that? Well, if you have the money, it would behoove you to do that because let's say you move in and you only have $100,000 in appreciation at that point in time. Well, then you would only pay $17,000. But if you waited and then years went by and you were at 300, then you'd have to pay that 51. So you're always paying it based on the amount of equity at the time that you wanted to pay it. You have to live there for a 10-year period of time, even if you pay off this SAE at 6 months. But then you no longer have to worry about paying off your shared equity. You only have to stay there for that period of time. If you went in there and you stayed for 30 years, well, when you had to pay it off 30 years later, you probably have a lot more appreciation than that. Keep in mind, let's say you had $2 million in appreciation. Well, you got to pay 17% of that $2 million in appreciation before you sell. So the thing to keep in mind about the shared equity, you can pay it off as soon as 6 months after you move in. You can pay it off infinitely into the future, but you have to pay it off before you buy it, rent, or before you sell it, rent it, or transfer ownership to someone else.
Okay, sounds good. So this was a little demonstration of the Kuilei Place. Yes.
Thanks so much.
Great presentation from Ben. If you need more information, reach out to me. My number is somewhere right there, or I'll probably put it up there. Nah, I'll probably put it down here. And so go ahead and reach out to me. So now, just hold on for another minute or so. Gonna show you a little video on condos, a great way to home ownership. And you can do that starting with Kuilei Place. All right, take care.